Welcome to the Football Historian podcast. Today we're looking at the Liverpool shirt of Gregory Vignal. Thank you for joining us. I know this is already the third thing we're doing, a reintroduction. Before we start, I want to do a big thanks to Jay Pearson from Tops of the Cop, who has lent us all these. He's done other videos with like Carragher, Jason McAteer, where he goes through their careers. So he's lent me these kindly so I can do your career with you. So before we look at your Liverpool shirts, what was the first football shirt that you remember having as a kid?
Olympique de Marseille.
Do you have someone on the back or?
Grew up at the fans. I mean,
yeah,
it was for me. I came from Montpellier, but Marseille was a team, with Jean-Pierre Papin, Chris Waddle, Enzo Francescoli.
Yeah,
big names. So, and I'm so close from Marseille.
Yeah. Did you have a lot of football shirts, or was it just that one? Or
I think that was the first one. I think that was the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And after you had a lot of shirts, but that's about the first one.
Yeah. And then, what was it that you liked most about them as a kid? Was it being in the back garden and pretending you were Chris Waddle, or was it just the look of them, or what?
Look, it was really simple because I come from an area where we used to play every single day, we all the boys, friends in the street between the flats, and so it was an amazing time. This is where we learned football. I got the memory to see my mom shouting, "It's time to eat." She was the referee, but he was a referee for, it was really simple.
Yeah. So
we could play all day long, and this is where I think amazing time.
Yeah. Okay, great. And then, as a youngster in football, who was like your biggest idol as a kid? Was there one person that you looked up to and wanted to be?
The first one, to be honest with you, was Eric Cantona.
Right.
Yes, because he played for Montpellier. And I was really young, and I was looking, every time the training, and beyond the gates. So, and for me, and of course, Eric was one of the first French player to come and play in the UK. Yeah. So in England. So yeah, Eric Cantona.
And then when you're like a younger player in England, it used to be that you'd be cleaning the boots and helping out in the dressing room. Did you do that at your first club? Did you ever get in the dressing room? You'd have to do anything like that?
When I heard this, it was amazing for me. Because after this, you understand the respect and the philosophy. And I never heard that in France. In France, when I started to be with the first team at the age of 16, you carry on the water, you pull, the goals. You're waiting to see where you can sit in the court, because of the first team player. You go to the shower after them, We had a lot of respect. But when I heard about this story from England, I said, wow, it's amazing.
Yeah, because I think a lot of them used to be like they give them their old boots at the end of the season. Would you ever get stuff like
of course, for Christmas time.
Yeah.
So the first time, I think it was Sammy Hipia told me the first time, we have to give, money for the young boys who are cleaning your boots. So it was amazing. So... But a huge respect,
Yeah, well, let's go on then. We'll go to your first Liverpool shirt that you had at your career, which I believe is this one. Is that correct? You have a little look and fold it.
Yeah.
As I say again, big thanks to Jay Pearson from Tops of the Cops for sending these over.
Yeah. UEFA Cup.
What memories come back when you look at that shirt?
McAllister. Gary Mack. Wow, what can I say about him? There is so many things to say about him. Gary Mack. Gentleman. I remember him when he scored the free kick during the final. But he was the first guy. He called me, to be honest, he called me Cantona when I came to Liverpool because he used to play with Eric.
Oh yeah, Leeds, yeah.
And but he was a great man. But the jersey meant a lot for me because winning the UEFA Cup, with Liverpool, Dortmund, beautiful stadium, great night, amazing squad. And when you at 20 years old, it was just simple, amazing, just a dream. Come true. And I remember when I have the cup in hands, it was fantastic. Really heavy, really heavy trophy. But it's
well, that season in general as well. Obviously, it's a massive culture change for you coming from abroad to Liverpool as such a young lad as well. Yeah. So what were the biggest cultural changes for you arriving in Liverpool?
The professionalism, the intensity, the winning mentality. And I know I made a mistake because maybe sometimes you want to rush things, and maybe I should okay, Greg, hold on a minute, just be patient. Because Gerard really told me be patient a lot of time. But, when you just want to play and you just want to get in the team week in and week out. But now with because you get more mature and when you have a reflection about your time and maybe of course you are making mistake when you're young. But for me, it was like a new life, and leaving my country and learning a new language, and a tough town, tough city, Liverpool, and with all the history behind the scene, the dogs and everything, it was difficult, but I learned so much.
Yeah, and just coming to the Premier League as well, it must have been a massive, as you say, a big culture change for you. But not only did you arrive at a new club, Liverpool were very successful in that first season. So was it almost that you thought this is just what football's like? You win 3 trophies every season, or did you realise how special it was straight away?
How special it was, straight away, because of the demand. The demand from the staff, from your teammates, from the fans, from the board, from everybody. They just want you to be a winner week in and week out. They just want you to perform at your peak, every single game, and just to show, okay, you come to Anfield, you come to our ground, you walk away with nothing. Simple of that. And I remember, the first time when I walk, downstairs, you touch, the Liverpool's frame, before to go out, just something special.
Yeah, and do you remember the first time you wore a Liverpool shirt? Would that have been in training, the signing day, and what did that feel like?
The first training.
Yeah.
Even the first training, when I had my first training session with them, it was so special. The welcome also, but I already told the story.
Yeah.
But just sitting in the dressing room, looking around me, see the players, see the names, and I said, wow. There we go, no?
It's a big club, yeah.
It's a big club.
Well, here's the next one. I'm going to show you the yellow one. I think we'll show you next. So I think
that's the
part of the treble.
The
FA Cup final. But obviously,
Cardiff.
But for you as well, maybe the Charlton game, would that come into memory as well, wearing that yellow kit? Obviously,
but I think we won the 5-1, no? The last game against Charlton.
Yeah,
so we played with
that
this
one.
one.
I'm saying, so like obviously that one. I think Carragher always says like the qualifying for the Champions League gets overlooked because of the trophies that were won. You still had to win that game at Charlton to assure it, and obviously you were part of that wearing that kit.
Yes, and so, it was a tough game because Charlton, if you remember this year, played really well with good players.
Yeah.
And difficult ground to go to win, and I think Robbie scored a hat-trick, no?
I think so, yeah.
And I remember the game because we were fighting for the Champions qualification and the title also. I mean, a lot of things going on, but I remember this game like yesterday. I remember, of course, this because special moment, FA Cup final. Michael score or Robbie score?
Michael scored.
Michael score
at the end. Yeah.
At the end, yeah. So.
What was that day like? So it was very hot, I believe. Wasn't
it?
Yeah.
Hot day, yeah. But another win, When I'm talking about winning mentality, I think this squad scored everything.
Yeah.
And doesn't matter if you are playing or not, or you play 5, 10, 15, 90, or I mean, you're part of the squad, you're part of this football club. And a special moment. Yeah.
What's the best looking kit that you've played at Liverpool? Is it either of them or is it one to come?
Well, to be honest with you, I really enjoyed them. They are all nice.
Well, let's fast forward to the next season and this next home season.
Yes, Reebok one. Yeah.
So you obviously you start this season as left back.
Yes.
Is it the Super Cup final that you play in? That's obviously that.
My injury cost me my time.
Yeah.
At Liverpool, and when I'm speaking with, it's not a shame, but when I'm talking with people from the football world, it's the same things every time. Oh, your injury. Because I was so close to go to the national team, 3 days away from squad list,
Yeah.
And we played Lazio, and we had the FA Cup game, and the FA Cup game cost me my time in Liverpool, and maybe my time with the national team also.
Yeah.
But he's the one who's decided, So what can I do? What can I say?
Yeah.
Maybe with more experience, I maybe don't go for the 1v1. I maybe stop.
Yeah, hold back.
But look, that's life. I mean, it's. I think it's good.
I remind you of that. Then is that when you look at that, does it remind you?
Yeah,
of being injured at that time?
It's. I said, sometime, but after I've been lucky to play for this club, and people remember me as a good left back going up and down, a warrior, and of course this massive injury. But I could have played maybe 100, 200, 300 games for Liverpool. Who knows?
Yeah.
But because of these massive injuries, been out for 10 months. And after Gerrard had a heart attack, I have to move on to Glasgow Rangers on loan.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I still have something, on me, and but look, I'm happy to be back today. So.
Yeah, of course. Well, and just on that season as well, that's when Gerrard became captain.
Yes.
And I don't want to look at Gerrard, I want to look at Sami Hyypiä in that. It's not
Yes.
often that a captaincy is given to another player whilst another player is not even just still at the club, still playing, still probably at the peak of his powers. What was Sami Hyypiä like when that decision was made?
I think Sami has been really clever, and he understood the situation. That's why he stays so long at this football club, and that's why he's a legend.
Yeah.
So clever guy, a good vision, and suddenly he had a good chat with the boss. But after, well, everybody knows the story about the captain Stevie G. So
yeah.
So I think he was a good shout.
It's a good man to lose it to, at least. At least Gerrard went on to be quite good, didn't he? So,
yeah.
Right, so the last kit I want to show you is this one.
The one. Monaco.
Yes.
Super Cup, yeah.
That's it. So what memories come back at this one?
Look, fantastic. Playing in France. Playing in Monaco. My family came for the game. And I remember after the game, I gave, the medal to my dad through the gates,
Yeah.
And it was amazing because when I spoke to him after the game, he said, "Oh, I can't believe it. You are winning so many trophies playing for this football club." Because he was watching, Saint Etienne against Liverpool before, and he said to me, "Wow," he said, "It's a dream. It's just amazing." He couldn't believe it,
Yeah.
And playing against Bayern Munich, and Vicente Lizarazu and this type of player, and because they had a massive squad at this time,
Yeah.
And I remember Dit Mohamed Didi had a beautiful game. I remember Didi this game. He was so clever, and wow, he had a massive game on this time.
Yeah.
But another trophy, another win, and great memories on this one. Yeah.
So I think obviously the Super Cup and the Charity Shield are sometimes like a bit overlooked as not really a proper trophy. But I think Jurgen Klopp said, if you say that about the Super Cup, it's the hardest cup to qualify for, because you've got to win.
And to win it, of course.
And then obviously to go on and win, especially as the UEFA Cup winner, because you are less favourite to win than the Champions League winner. So do you, the players and whatever, would you always hold the Charity Shield and the Super Cup as high as the FA Cup, the League Cup, or does it not matter at all, the trophy?
I think they are so important. Every single trophy is important. So I think when you are playing for this football club, like I told you before, you want to win everything.
Yeah.
So after maybe depends of maybe the British culture, and maybe the charity field may be more important. I don't know.
Yeah.
But depends who you are and where you come from. But from my side, I think they are all important.
Okay, great. Well, that concludes our chat on the kits. If you could pick one that meant the most here, what comes back to you most?
Pick up this one, the red one.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. And then they were all made by Reebok. What was your favourite kit supplier during your career? Was there a better one than Reebok? Or
I like Adidas.
Yeah,
I like Adidas.
Just missed out on that era. Obviously, a solid Reebok era.
Adidas.
And then I say, if there's one share from your whole career, all the clubs you played for, the one that meant the most here and the one that looks the best, what would be the two shares that you'd pick?
My shirt.
Yeah. So any club, doesn't have to be Liverpool, of your whole career. If you could pick one that looks the best, one just visually looks the best, and one that
Glasgow Rangers,
would
be of course an important one, and I would say Montpellier because it's my first club.
Yeah.
So
after them.
Yes. So
yeah. Okay. Well, that's great. Well, that's the shirts of your career. I hope you enjoyed looking at them.
Yeah.
And again,
I still have it in a frame at home. Yeah.
You can put it up there. That's a special one. I'm sure you got a winner's medal and all that with it as well. So plenty of memories. Yeah. Well, thank you again. And as I say, thank you to Jay Pearson from Top to the Cop. Make sure you share. Have a look at his stuff. Sorry, he does similar videos where he looks at the careers of former Liverpool players, and it's definitely worth a watch. Thank you for joining us, Gregory Vignal.
Thank you very much.
Have a look at that. See you next time.
Locking eyes to by your side.